Na ay ang nangyari sa Mamasapan, kung saan nagimbal ang tahimik na pamumuhay ng mga mamamayan at sinunda ng malawakang opensiba laban sa rebelling grupo sa probinsya ng Maguindanao. Kaya naman, lubhang naapektuhan ng kabuhayan ng mga mamamayan ng probinsya. Ito ang naging dahilan upang lumikas ang mahigit 120,000 na mamamayan sa kanilang mga tahanan at merong 4,030 na ARBs sa buong Maguindanao na kasama sa naapektuhan ng opensiba. Para sa mga ARC sa iba't ibang munisipyo ng Maguindanao, pagkatapos ng labanan, ang mamamayan ng lubhang nagdurusa, bakas ng sagupaan ng mga nasirang kabahayan, walang elektrisidad, mga paaralan, madrasa at maging mga moske. Kaya naman, nangangailangan ng mga ARBs ng tulong mula sa DAR-ARMM at maging ng mga non-ARBs sa lugar. Kaya naman, nakita ng ating regional governor ang kahalagahan ng pagbibigay ng Humanitarian Development Action Plan. Inatasan niya ang lahat ng ahensya ng ARMM na bumuo ng kani-kanilang Human Development Action Plan mula sa Department of Agrarian Reform, ang Kalilintad sa Kangilupa. Kalilintad sa Kangilupa, a Humanitarian Development Action Plan. Kalilintad sa Kangilupa, a native Maguindanaon dialect which means achieving peace and community empowerment through land development. In the local, Kalilintad means peace, while Kangilupa could refer to as land development. Maguindanao is one of the provinces in autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao where the impact of the recent conflicts on civilians was the most severe and where most people were displaced. As an endeavor to feasibly push through with the advocacy to address the current status of at least 4,030 ARBs as well as non-ARBs, a Humanitarian Development Action Plan was drafted and then later formed to further capacitate and uplift their economic stability with the aim to provide access to necessary support services and make their lands more productive than ever and enable them to venture into income-generating livelihood projects after all the turmoil brought about by war. This include the following municipalities: Sharif Aguac Municipality with Sharif Aguac ARC, and the number of beneficiaries is 350. Datu Saudi ng Patuan, Salbo ARC with 332 beneficiaries. Datu Piang, Kabalukan with 553 beneficiaries. Talitay ARC with 240 beneficiaries. Gintulungan, Barrio Muslim ARC 315. Mamasapano ARC with 600. Datu Uden Sinsuat, Baguingad ARC 171. Datu Abdullah Sangki, Tukanalugong ARC with 339. Kalayan with Katipuan ARC 500 beneficiaries. Rajabuayan Milib ARC with 270. Sultan Sabarungis Milib ARC with 570. Just recently, the DAR Provincial Office of Maguindanao conducted series of pulong-pulong to identify their needs and problems brought about by the conflict. The most common identified issues and concerns are damaged houses due to armed conflict, limited pre- and post-harvest facilities and draft animals, lack of funds for farm inputs, insufficient farm inputs due to production losses, some of the schools are currently damaged, no electricity, and dilapidated mosque and madrasas. The objective of the project is by the end of 2016, the following shall be achieved: provide a holistic package of interventions for the agrarian reform beneficiaries both in ARCs and non-ARCs, provide a sufficient and appropriate capability building, support services and facilities such as post-harvest, common service facilities and processing system, provide an integrated and common avenue for capacity development of ARBs and their organizations, and resources accessing and mobilization anchored in the community, capacitate the ARBs in making them credit-ready and credit-worthy in accessing financial assistance from microfinance providers, and improving the economic condition of ARBs by at least 75% in the said ARCs by year 2020. The project components. In order to help the ARBs in increasing their productivity and income and achieving improved standard of living, the following are proposed project components of this action plan. Social infrastructure component. The provision of adequate social infrastructure is vital to ensuring the ARBs are safe, healthy, and productive in their community. Social infrastructure include the huge range of services and facilities that meet the needs of the beneficiaries, promote social interaction, enhance the overall quality of life within a community. This can include elements such as schools, health centers, and multipurpose buildings. For the construction of 4 types of social infrastructure in agrarian reform communities, the total is 49,500,000, which is 40% of the total cost. Agri-Enterprise Development Service Component. This focuses on community formation and strengthening towards increased productivity, crop profitability, land tenure improvement, access to savings and credit services, and increased investment in the agrarian reform communities. As per the provision of 3 types of agricultural enterprise development in agrarian reform communities, the cost is 31,712,000, which is 25%. Business Development Services Component. Business Development Services is a range of services that will improve the performance of the ARB's organization's agri-enterprise, its access to markets, and its ability to compete. They are means to improve the long-term competitive performance of the enterprise and its operational day-to-day issues. And for the provision of 3 types of business development services in agrarian reform communities, it is 8,800,000, which is 7%. Common Service Facilities Component. Provision of common service facilities such as farm implements, equipment, and machineries can be used as business assets. For complementation with business development services, common service facilities are expected to increase farm produce. The provision of 4 types of common service facilities in agrarian reform communities is worth 22 million, which is 24%. Provision of scholarship grants in order to extend assistance to the dependents or children of the ARBs. Provision of scholarship grants is an innovative proposal with the assumption that the graduate assume full responsibility for continuing the pursuit of agriculture on the lands awarded to them by CARP and make certain that they are able to sustain and enhance the productive capacity of their farms. The proposed courses shall be agriculture, agribusiness, agroforestry, and agri-engineering. Applicants must be a legitimate dependent of an agrarian reform beneficiary. Other qualifications shall be based on their scholastic records. For the scholarship grant in agrarian reform communities, the cost is 5,500,000, which is 4%. The total project cost is 125,212,000.